Welcome. Today I'm going to show you a little tiny town I've discovered, which is absolutely in the middle of nowhere. It's a medieval town, and to say that it's beautiful would be an understatement. This is a very special place. I'm stood here at the town gate, which is at one end. And inside those gates is one of the best preserved medieval towns with cobbled streets and fantastic picturesque little houses, businesses, churches, and most amazing square. And unbelievably, at the other end is a fantastic medieval castle. It's highly unlikely you've ever heard of this place. Most people haven't. But when you walk through those gates, it's like stepping back in time. There is tourism here. Mainly, the tourists are Spanish who come to visit because it's just such an extraordinary piece of history. But one night of the year in particular, they do something very special in this town. The whole community gets involved. But we'll come on to that later in the video. Pedraza's written records go back to the 12th century, but it's believed to have been here a bit longer than that. It's situated at an elevation of 1,084 metres, which is effectively like being on a mountain. Less than 500 people live here. There isn't a lot for youngsters to do in this place, which is probably why people tend to move away to other towns and cities as they get older. The population here is ageing. But there are things for adults to do here. There's a variety of very nice hotels, bars, restaurants. The local speciality here is lamb. As well as attracting a lot of Spanish visitors, this town also attracts some unusual visitors who travel from Africa every year. We're about to arrive at Plaza Mayor, which is the main square. And it's also the place where these African visitors stay without fail. See if you can figure out who they are and where they live. What a fantastic little wedding venue that is. And for those of you who didn't work it out, this is where our African visitors live every year. When I first saw them on top of the buildings in this town, I thought these nests belonged to birds of prey like eagles or something like that. But I was completely wrong. They actually belong to the African white stork. What a beautiful and interesting looking creature that is. You've probably already realised by looking around what a beautiful place this is, but one night of the year they hold an event here called the Noche de las Velas, which translates basically to the night of the candles. Everybody in the town gets the candles, and there were about 60,000 of them last year. It takes them hours and hours and hours for everybody to light the candles. People come from all over the country and everybody joins in, and it illuminates this place and it really shows it off in its best light. There's an old jailhouse here you can visit with dungeons downstairs. Don't ask me what these are. If you're an arty sort of person, the castle isn't open today because tonight they're hosting a classical music concert there. And in addition to that, inside the castle is also a museum. It focuses on the work of a very famous Spanish painter who bought it as a ruin in 1926.